Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and I'm a developer advocate at Rudderstack. Today we're going to show you how to use transformations to simplify your data security and governance practices. You can use transformations for many different use cases for customizing your events, and you can do so either in JavaScript or in Python. But today we'll show you how easily you will be able to filter events or do things like hashing PII to protect your downstream destinations and your data warehouse tools. So today, joining me is Simone, who is my colleague. We're both going to be walking through how to build out a transformation. Should we get started, Simone?
Yes, let's get started. I'm Simone. I'm on the marketing team, and in no way am I a coder. So I'm super excited to see how easy it is to use transformations. Should I start sharing my screen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. All right.
All right. So the first thing we'll need to do is the super obvious, but we'll need to sign into our Rudderstack account. And once you sign in, the first thing you'll be able to see is your connections. One thing we want to note about transformations is they're basically pieces of code that you will be applying at the destination level. So once the transformation is applied, you'll actually see a small icon next to that destination. So let's take an example, this BigQuery destination that we have. Let's click on that. We'll notice here that we have one of the options is to apply a transformation to this destination. So currently we do not have any created. So let's go ahead and create one and apply it to this destination.
So I'll go on the left.
Exactly. So the first thing we'll need is to go to Enhance and then Transformations. And super straightforward, we'll go ahead and create a transformation.
Look at all that. We already have
Yeah. So to make it very easy for developers or really anyone to get started with transformations, we've enabled this template library, which allows you to select a specific template and then make any changes for it to adapt to your specific use case and then apply it to your downstream destination. With that, there are multiple different transformation options that are available, but today we're going to be focusing on how do we hash some of our PII fields and also how do we filter out certain events. So let's start with PII hashing and select the hash PII transformation.
All right. Look at that. I'm a coder
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, so click on it and the code just appeared there. So really what this is going to be doing is it's going to be applying a caching function on a specific event field that we can identify through our code. So with that, here we're finding the email field, and then we're applying this hashing function on that field.
Got it. Question. So can we do other things other than email? Like I'm assuming social security.
Yeah, that's really what's really useful about transformations is you can adapt it the way you need to. It doesn't necessarily need to be on email. You can basically choose any field as long as you're using the right leveling for that field. So you'll basically need to see where it is within your JSON payload and then make sure you're referencing that correctly within your code.
Got it. Awesome. Do I need to make any changes or?
For the context of this example, we basically wrote it based on the sample payload that's available. So we'll notice here that we have email within context traits object. So this is the email that we're essentially looking to hash. So with that, then we'll just save this transformation and run the test to see the output of the outcome of this transformation.
All right, save and run.
Right, so let's verify that it applied the hashing.
There we go. Sweet.
Awesome. So yeah, with that, we'll see here that, and what hashing basically does is it changes the original field to a field that no one can identify. It uses a specific hashing function. Typically, you might not necessarily do it for email. You might do it for certain other fields, like password. But this is just an example of how it will be applied to the fields within your payload.
Should we add it to the destination and see what it looks like?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. So back to here and then click on this, right? And
yes.
Transformation, add a transformation.
Yeah, right. So now that we have transformations, we can see that the add transformation button is enabled and we can enable this transformation that we created.
So now it's enabled. Awesome.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Is it going to be Oh, okay. So once I'm running live events, then we can actually test that
Yeah,
out.
exactly. So you'd have to go to the transformation itself from transformations, and there you can check within the live events viewer. Currently, we probably don't have any events running through, but
Right.
once we do, and in like a real life scenario where you actually have events flowing in, you'll see the before and after of the transformation being
Cool.
applied.
Awesome. Nice. All right. What's next?
All right, so let's try out something else. Let's create a new transformation.
Mm,
But let's, in this example, use the deny list transformation. And what this does is simply just blocks specific events from flowing into whatever destination this is being applied to. And then this would be based on a specific event name, any field that we can specify as well.
got it. So what kind of examples, I guess, would we use for a deny list transformation?
There might be different reasons why certain events you wouldn't want them to flow into a destination. It could be because certain destinations have a specific format for the type of events that they want flowing in. And in that specific destination, you want to block whatever events that don't conform to that format. It could be that certain destinations also have limits for the amount of events that can be sent to it. So you might want to block certain events that may not necessarily be useful, just so you don't get throttled and so you're not surpassing the specific quota that's allocated for your events. So really multiple reasons. It could be for also for like compliance reasons where there are certain types of events that you're just not allowed to send to a specific destination. So yeah, super useful, very commonly used transformation, and it's also super easy to apply as well. All we need to specify is the name of the event or whatever field we want to basically watch for and apply the deny list to.
Got it. And I think you said something about the events or the destination needs the event name to be a certain way, so you would block it. But I thought I saw something on our templates that shows that we can actually rename properties.
Yeah, that's actually a really great point. So here what we're doing is we're basically just blocking the event, but it might be that you want to change the type of event, like as an example from identify to track, or you might want to change the name of the event so that it confines to that specific format. So really the options are endless here and there's a lot of flexibility with what you can do. But again, just for the sake of the simplicity and this example, we're just blocking those events that are within the specific field from passing through the destination.
Cool. Let's block some events. What do I
Yeah,
do?
do it. All right. So currently what we're doing in this transformation is we're looking for a field called the event. So we'll notice here in the test example that we have, the event is called product click. So just in order to test this out, we're going to be copying the name of this event, which is product clicked. And then we're going to be adding that to our deny list, to the list of our denied events.
Cool.
All right. Additionally, you can add multiple events, so it doesn't necessarily have to be one. And then whatever is within that list will be blocked from passing through.
So I can just block a bunch of events in one transformation. I don't need like
Yeah.
one for each event.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, like you can apply one transformation per destination. So within this transformation, you can specify all of the different event names that you need to block.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right.
All
I'm going to
right.
save. You taught me to save every time. And then run the test. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and run test. Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, so we'll notice here that we basically got nothing in our output. This is just a null value. And what happened here is that since the testing event that we passed through has that specific event name that we want to block, we got a null value or like a zero output, which is really what's expected here. It's up to us to kind of specify what are the events that we need to block versus the ones that we need to allow. And in a real live data scenario, you would be noticing that this will only happen to those events that we don't want. So it's really important for us to be careful and actually plan out what those events need to be, just so we make sure the events that we want are flowing through.
awesome. Well, that was actually super easy. I can't believe you have me blocking events and hashing PII over here. So thank you for walking me through that.
No problem. And there are actually a lot of other options that you can implement with transformations, the template library is a really good place to start, and then grow from there and adapt the transformation for more complex use cases. Or you can also look into our sample transformations library, which has also different use cases, both in JavaScript and in Python, that you can use to apply to your event data.
Oh, this is great. I think we should do another one and you can show me how to enrich some data.
Yeah, definitely. So stay tuned for the next video on data enrichment.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
Thanks, everyone.